What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And yes, I'm still away, so I'm still doing this from the laptop. I'll be home soon. I'm still in God's country, just walking the mountains, just taking a breather, just relaxing. But I had to talk about this when I saw this come across my Twitter feed, and I'm shocked it's not getting more attention. Just look at this tweet right here. This talks about the horrible working conditions of Marvel. And so I'm like, this is interesting. And then Taika Waititi takes a jab at these people in a Vanity Fair video, and we're going to show all that to you as well. It just shows like these people at the top just don't care. They're just like, we're making our stuff. You do what we say. We're the best. We're the best. You don't matter. If you don't want to work here, we'll find somebody else. You don't matter. It's like, wow, like this is how we treat people. When they think that we're better than you. We're better than you. So either shut up and work or we'll find someone to replace you. Terrible. Terrible. This guy here says working on Marvel shows is what pushed me to leave the VFX industry. They're a horrible client, and I've been seeing way too many colleagues break down after being overworked, while Marvel tightens the purse strings. So it's like, what is this article? So we have this article here that we'll hop into about the VX artists are refusing to work with Marvel due to stress and unrealistic deadlines. And if you've noticed the CGI in Star Wars and Marvel and them shows, a lot of people are like, man, that's just trash now. It's not as good as what it used to be. You remember when it was just like unrecognizable? Now it's like, looks like they just slopped it together. It's embarrassing in some points, at some points in their films and in their TV shows, just kind of like, all right. And then you see like one episode of the show and you're like, well, there's where all their money went. All their money went to this show and it didn't go, or this episode, and it didn't go over here. Terrible. Let's get into this article. VFX artists are speaking out against Marvel, with many refusing to ever work with the entertainment giant again. This comes as artists share accounts of unworkable deadlines and immense pressure, leading to stress and unsatisfactory final product. Many have requested to never be put on a Marvel project again, saying that the studio has the worst VFX management out there. I mean, that's huge. Like without the VFX artist, Marvel's pretty much dead. They film their entire movies now in a green screen box, and then they just hand it over to the VFX artist to give us what we see. That's basically what's going on. I mean, you could see like the behind the scenes pictures and like all that stuff. They're basically filming in a green box, and then these people put it all together for them. So this is coming from a Reddit thread, and they're just throwing out stuff on how terrible the working conditions are. This person was like, on Thor, they asked for a complete mini sequence 2 or 3 weeks before the deadline, so people are just nonstop working. They're just saying like the amount of work they put in, we're not paid for what we're doing. It goes on and on. I request not to work on Marvel movies and TV shows. Unfortunately, they're becoming our biggest client. They expect a smorgasbord of options so they could change their minds 3 or more times. So basically, you work on a project, I don't like it. We got a week before the movie launches. You got to get those things done. Those who haven't been able to avoid working with Marvel confirm that it hasn't improved in recent years. I'm almost 3 years straight of Marvel. Welcome to the 7th level of hell. Wow. Black hole of sleep deprivation and eating bad. That's crazy. But I mean, if nothing's going to change, then Marvel will keep doing this. That's the thing. They'll just keep finding people to do it, and I guess the CGI will get worse and worse. People saying I can't do this anymore. This person shared a particular shocking account of their time working with the studio. Marvel has seen grown men punch walls and throw monitors from stress. I broke down a couple of times and have seen the strain it can put on marriages. But hey, the money was fantastic. F Marvel as a client. The credit name is not effing worth it. Wow. I mean, that's if they pay well, but the stress, it is. What is the price? What is the price you're willing to pay? This person says, it took me over 6 months to recover from WandaVision's crunch. It's not worth it. Not when there are better run projects that look just as good out there. If they, you just wonder if they keep doing this, like, will all these people just leave and we're going to see like some smaller budgeted projects just look better because they put the time in and they're treating their employees much better. Talk about treating, employees. This is what came out on Twitter not too long ago after this article. This here is Taika Waititi poking fun at the CGI, in a Vanity Fair interview.
Does that look real? In that particular shot, no, actually. It doesn't really, right? When you look close.
You need to be more blue.
Well,
no. Does he look real?
No, none of us.
Does she look?
Something looks very off about this. But no. He changes hues, don't you think?
Yeah.
To put in the light. Sometimes he's blue, sometimes he's a little grayish.
The atmosphere there has a darkness like no other. It's as if color feels to tread. It's unmistakable.
Okay, this is one little funny thing that happens in this. See this shot? When I go, it's because it used to be when he would wake up. That was my reaction. But you just left it there randomly. But I kind of don't mind it. Yeah, look.
It's unmistakable.
You say that.
I never noticed it. I was never looking at you.
Trust me, I did. It's kind of funny and
it's great.
It doesn't make any sense, but I love it.
It's unmistakable.
It's kind of funny. Now, the quote tweets are telling from that little clip. I mean, people are like, don't let it make a Star Wars movie. This is embarrassing. It's all negative. It's all negative. And you wonder when this community, this VFX artist community, will have enough. When they'll just say, look, they're making fun of me. We don't get paid enough. We work long, grueling hours, things like that. And we've had enough. We're going to take our talents to people that appreciate what we do, and we're going to give them the best product. It just seems now, and you could tell by some of the TV shows that Disney's putting out that the CGI and the effects are they're just like getting worse and worse, where you're just kind of like, okay. I mean, that was so cheap. And yet now you have like the directors and the actors making fun of these people. I mean, literally just like kind of making fun of the shots, saying, it doesn't look good, doesn't look like this. And then he's just laughing. So when will they have enough? I mean, that's the thing. Until they all come together and just be like, we've had enough of you. We're not doing this anymore for the amount of money that you're paying. I mean, it's such a bad look. Look, this is disgusting. It's such a bad look. And it just seems like Marvel and Disney are continually to shoot themselves in the foot, in the leg. Eventually, it's just like they're going to be like, where did everybody go? Where did everybody go? What's the issue here? You don't want to work for us? We're the biggest company out there. You got companies like the Riververse. Yes, we're going to keep talking about that, where he's like, I'm paying my employees for the work that they're doing. They're happy. We're taking care of them. It's like, you're going to get to this point where you guys think you're just so big, Disney. You're just so big, where you think that, we could do whatever we want. We could laugh at people. We could underpay them. We can do all this stuff. And you don't think there won't be consequences. It's going to show in your movies. It's going to show in the quality of your television shows. And pretty soon, you're not going to be able to find the best because they're going to go somewhere else. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Jay in the middle of the mountains. In the middle of the mountains. And we'll catch you next time.